let's focus on family health this afternoon. Did you know, according to a Harvard study, 1 in 5 U.S. teens are showing some degree of hearing loss during the years of 2005 through 2006? Well, with the holidays creeping up and kids wanting noisy toys, MP3 players, musical toys, and a ton of other noisy toys, how can we protect our kids' hearing? Well, this is why Michele Michaels, who is with the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, is joining us on Smart Family to kind of educate us and show us some proactive ways on how we can prevent from our children having any more hearing loss. So welcome, Michele, to our show.
Well, thanks for having us on today.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. So you've got some interesting information.
Yeah.
So who would have thought that toys could actually, you know, have our kids lose some hearing there?
But one of the cool things about toys is they make noise.
I love
One of the bad things about toys is they make noise. Because too much noise is bad for our ears.
Okay.
So kids, prolonged exposure to loud noises causes hearing loss.
Well, I have to say, you know, nowadays there's your, you have your iPod, you have all these individual devices that you put in your ears. I'm sure that that's definitely causing some hearing loss.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, we know that at the age of 6, about 6 out of every 1,000 children has hearing loss. But at the age of 16, it's about 20% or 200 out of 1,000.
Wow.
So something's happening between that age of 6 and 16 that is causing hearing loss in our kids.
And also, as children, when they're young, their hearing is by far much better than ours.
Much better. They can hear at a much higher frequency and much more sensitive hearing, so it's really important to protect their hearing from get-go.
Okay, so why don't you tell me what we can do as parents on knowing what toys we should buy them and what toys we shouldn't?
Well, you know, when you're out there shopping and you're looking for a toy, listen to the toy. And if it sounds something like this...
Local law enforcement. It's about time you got here.
That's okay, but if it goes...
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
He's still...
Protection Unit.
He's still okay, but see that? Did you hear that? That real high? Okay, that gets high. And then this thing. I've got my decibel meter here.
Okay, that's what that is, a decibel meter.
And that goes up to 90 to 100 decibels. That's above 85. 85 is your threshold.
Okay, so you don't want anything higher than 85.
You don't want to get above 85 because that's dangerous. So, and things like this. Oh, I love this guitar.
I know.
So you had one, right? 100 decibels.
Really? I actually have this guitar.
Yeah, 100 decibels. 15 minutes at 100 decibels, you have hearing loss.
So what you're basically saying is that as parents, if we hear these toys and we think they're too loud for us, it's pretty much a precursor that it's probably going to be even louder for your kids and could do some damage. So what's one more advice that we can do as parents? So listen to the toys before we give them with our kids. What's one more thing we can do to help with that?
You know, if you're talking to your child and the child can't hear you, that's a danger zone. So just make sure you're turning down the volume on the TV when you're playing the DVD players. If you rip these over to an MP3 player, check that volume. Is it too loud to you? It's too loud to them. Figure out, maybe take the batteries out of a toy that's too noisy, and then look for ones that are just very gentle and very easy. You know, little light voices. That's cool. That's very safe for the kid.
And one other thing I was reading about was that you can also, if the speakers are too loud on a particular toy like this guitar, you can put tape over it to kind of muffle the sound.
Yeah, with an older kid, you can put some tape over it. They can take it off. You know, a little baby you don't want into the mouth, right?
Exactly.
But sometimes you can open them up and put some cotton down in there. So.
Okay, great. Well, Michele, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate that. Some good advice there. So when it comes to your kids and toys, definitely get them some toys if you can, but make sure to watch with the sound. So to protect their ears. So if you want more information on hearing loss, you can get that at abc15.com. Go to the lifestyle tab, and right there you'll see the Smart Family section.